Question number 11. What is the most important thing in a lover's spouse? God, Joe, please. A man that fears God. Row your boat safely to my shore.
To find a spouse that truly fears God, do not look at how well they preach in the church. Look at how well they live outside the church, because appearance and actions are very deceptive. In 50 Shades of Grey, for instance, nothing prepared Anastasia on the outside for the demons she discovered in Christian Grey behind closed doors. So be careful. This is where God comes in. All things lay naked and open before Him, remember. So trust Him too with this important choice. His choice is always perfect. But remember, perfection also may come as a work in progress. So be patient. And when the God-sent one finally comes, they will preach like Paul, worship like David, love like Paris, lead like Solomon, fight like Hercules, faith like Abraham, be devoted like Maximus, holy, creative, mature.
You sure we don't have unrealistic expectations? No. Absolutely not. You know what they say? Shoot for the stars. Stop dreaming as if you have half a heart. Actually, how about shoot for the stars? You'll be too busy shooting to realize if you hit a star or not.
Shoot for the stars when choosing a spouse, but remember, perfection is a work in progress. And as you set those standards, remember, God is not mocked. He won't give you what you do not have or what you're not willing to become. So, as you shoot for the stars, remember to climb the skies too and shine, because 2 stars in the sky have a better chance of meeting themselves.
Row, I'm your ship. Sail me.
A spouse that really fears God will legit be fourth in the Godhead. That means it will be God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and your spouse. Yes, it's that deep.
Question number 12. What marriage lessons did you learn from your parents? Miracles happen because I do not know how my mom and dad do it. But can you say marriage advice from front of your parents? Go away, you. Next question, please.
Marriage lessons from my parents. Marriage is beyond the couple, and love is a vow and duty that must be kept whether we feel it or not.
Question number 13. What is your take on third parties? In-laws, counselors, pastors. Personally, marriage, I do not like the idea, but that's my personal opinion. I find it hard to even open up to myself, let alone my partner, let alone a third party.
How is it that we can communicate better with a third party than with the one we call lover, spouse, sweetheart, sugar, honey, soulmate? Isn't that an insult to our communication skills? Isn't that a cause to strengthen the love we claim to share?
Man, oh God, please, may that day never come. Question number 14. What turns you on the most in a lover? You really want me to answer this question on national TV? National what? You're just alone here with your thoughts, and besides, you wrote the question, so answer it. Lead by example.
Their love for God and, deep desire to love me deeply and care for me. Act of service and all those things, right?
Say the truth and let the devil be ashamed.
I'm going to say character-wise. Character-wise, what turns me on the most in a lover, she is caring. Yeah, she's caring. She's thoughtful. She's expressive. Expressive, number one, because no matter how fine a baby is or sexy a baby is, if they are just going to be looking at you and making you do all the work, you as a guy, as an intellectual, intelligent human being, I will be bored to my bone marrows. And even if she's the most beautiful beautiful babe, and I cannot have a conversation with you that can stimulate my intelligence or my mind, I don't think
your
she
answer
can
is
turn
too
me
long,
on.
young
Oh
man.
yeah,
You don't have
yeah.
time.
Well, answer.
Well, what turns me on the most is confidence, actually. Confidence that was built or has the right source, actually, because there are many confident people that their confidence is on a very, very weak foundation. It's just a lot of cover for their insecurity. I'm not talking about false confidence. I'm talking about someone who is truly, genuinely comfortable in their own skin, can express themselves, can communicate.
Next question, please. What do you think about a jealous spouse? Yeah, jealousy is very necessary.
A little bit of jealousy is okay, but when it's emotionally abusive, then I think that's a problem.
Okay, so this is one of those hush topics in love, marriages, and relationships. But I shall unabashedly say I am a jealous lover. God is a jealous God. Why don't we fault Him for it? But let's see what jealousy is to God. Thou must not bow down to any other image. Thou must not relate with anyone as if they made you or own you. Now, in a marriage and relationship, what does jealousy mean? Thou must not relate with anyone as if they are your spouse. So sex, confidence, communication, and etc. are exclusive for couples to maintain their mental, physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual stability and health. Now, is that too much to ask from a spouse? Isn't that what you vowed at the altar? To forsake all? No? Yes?
Slow down, slow down. You're definitely overthinking this. But on the flip side, everything can be perverted and jealousy can become toxic because of insecurity.
But insecurities don't just fall from the sky. They arise from an institutional memory of infidelity and disloyalty. And at such point, the couple should be mature enough to communicate properly and resolve the conflict amicably.
And really, that is where communication comes in. Both parties have to sit down and communicate and talk and understand, where do these insecurities come from?
I heard a story of a woman who complained that her husband goes all the way to see paintings that she's prettier than. Simple. She's jealous of the paintings because the man is relating more with the paintings than he is relating with her. On the flip side, we might want to ask, is the woman bringing enough to the table to engage her husband? Or is the man just one of those insatiable boys being boys? It's simple, darling. There has to be jealousy and boundaries on how couples should relate with outsiders in a love relationship. A lifetime is not even enough to enjoy a lover, let alone share one. You can judge me and call me needy and all, but I tell you, to make love is commitment, possession, jealousy. If you're not mature enough to give or handle such devotion.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's just a jealous Of course I'm a jealous lover.
Thank God we use the word jealousy, because I think it's alright to be jealous. It has its benefits, and it also has its consequences, and it's what does I think about the jealous spouse? The jealous spouse is someone who basically, if they see you, if they see a woman Like now, I'm a guy. My girlfriend sees another girl coming around me, and I think you have to explain. My girlfriend sees another girl coming around. She's allowed to ask, "Who is that babe, and what does she want?" That's fine. But an obsessed spouse, Omo, who doesn't want anybody to be around you, she's going to question and question, and she's even asking you, where did you go to, who did you meet with, to the point that you even have to be calling your friend to be like, "Omo, vouch for me, say I did here." That is a problem.
If the jealousy is not inspired by your past actions, if it's just that she's jealous, that's probably, some experiences would have made her that way. Our upbringing, previous relationships, that can be problematic, very, because you would constantly have to reassure the person, and that can be very draining. But jealousy, some very reasonable quantity of jealousy is okay. But if someone is being labeled jealous spouse, it means that that's an identity.
That's an identity.
And that
means they are possessive.
Yes, they are possessive and obsessed.
And obsessed.
That cannot work
the
for me.